and game and program we're going to get to know over the weekend is going to get nationally known because for the first time in school history, College GameDay is making an appearance to Lawrence for the Kansas TCU game. We should probably send a thank you card to Texas A&M for losing the way that they did, because I still believe GameDay might have gone to Alabama and Texas A&M for the much hyped October 8th Jimbo Fisher versus Nick Saban matchup, but they didn't. So now we have TCU and Kansas. We have this game to talk about because everybody is going to get to know who Kansas is on a national scale because of the College GameDay appearance. But again, when you look at their schedule, Kansas had a great win against West Virginia when they were down 14-0. They had a nice win against Iowa State. But do we really know? Do we really know if Kansas is the type of team that can go through the meat of their Big 12 schedule and compete for a conference championship? We're going to find out, because Max Duggan, Sonny Dykes, and that TCU offense has been so good to start the season. And the defense for Kansas, that's kind of the one question mark. We know Jalen Daniels, the quarterback, is a great story. He's been great this season. He's been fun to watch. He's adapted to what Lance Leipold and that staff has wanted to do offensively. So we know Kansas's offense. The defense is going to get their first test this weekend. We're going to get to know the Kansas defense right away because they got Max Duggan, TCU, and that offense coming in. What Duggan did a week ago counted for 6 touchdowns in a win against Oklahoma, which, by the way, a win against Oklahoma and a defensive-minded head coach in Brent Venables. They went out there last week. It was 5 touchdowns for Max Duggan. Either way, 5 or 6 touchdowns accounted for. They couldn't be stopped, and Oklahoma could not stop them. And again, that's where they hang their hat on if you're Brent Venables in Oklahoma, is the defense. And so TCU is the perfect test for everybody to get to know Kansas. I want to buy in. I think this story is so good. Kansas ranked, or they're 5-0 for the first time since 2009. They get College GameDay. Don't you just want to buy in to everything going on in Lawrence? This is another opportunity. I'm telling you, if they get by TCU, TCU is ranked 17th, Kansas is 19th. By the way, TCU is a 7-point favorite at Kansas. Vegas seems to not buy in to the Jayhawks and what they're doing defensively, but we're going to get to know them right away. One, because naturally, when game day comes to town, they do such a good job on local features and everything in between. But for the game, this is going to be fun to watch. Kansas, TCU, getting to know the Jayhawks. Does the story continue for Kansas? And this is one of those games, also one of those matchups where Kansas has been the darling. But think about this for TCU. I'd said it on the recap a couple of days ago on Sunday Bloody Sunday, which, by the way, check out on the ESPN College Football YouTube channel, that the Big 12 is wide open. There are so many teams and games left to play that are going to decide this conference. If TCU wins, they're going to find themselves in the top 15. They're going to find themselves at 5-0 on the season. And they're going to find themselves believing that, along with Oklahoma being out of it, that Red River game between Texas and Oklahoma all but eliminates one of those teams. TCU keeps winning, or conversely, if Kansas keeps winning, the end of the Big 12 season is going to be remarkable.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.